What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 3 harsh truths about motorcycles that no one told me before buying. So the first point I want to talk about in this video, the phrase I hear a lot, and I wanted to do this part of the video on the bike because it has to do with riding. There's a phrase I hear all the time when I want to take my bike out, whether it's from family, like your mom or dad, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, someone who cares about you. But I hear this phrase all the time, and it's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust other drivers on the road. So I want to unpack that just a tiny bit, because I don't necessarily agree with that. And you hear that all the time before even getting a motorcycle, you know, like everyone always, it's common that people understand that motorcycles are inherently more dangerous. You don't have airbags, you don't have walls, or you don't have any protection from the elements. If someone hits you, you can fly off, and you know, it's generally understood that motorcycles are dangerous. So the thing that I have a problem with the phrase is because when it comes down to it, it is up to you. No one is gonna look out for you more than you can look out for yourself. And as someone who's been riding for a couple of years, I can confidently say that there are a lot of things that you can do to position yourself to be as safe as possible on the motorcycle when you're out on the streets, you know? There's this YouTuber I used to watch, his name is DanDanTheFireman. I'll put a link, or I'll put his link up here for it. He has a YouTube channel where he reviews motorcycle accidents. He'll live stream preventable motorcycle accidents, and he'll explain like what you can do or what you could have done to position yourself better for safety so that you don't have to go down on your bike. And he has a whole curriculum that helps you identify patterns and helps you stay aware on your bike. That way you can just position yourself to be as safe as possible when you're riding. I understand that there are cases where absolutely it's out of your control, 100% out of your control. There's nothing you could have done to avoid an accident. But a lot of the times, I would say more often than not, a lot of the times there is something you could have done to prevent yourself from getting into an accident. And that's why I love this guy's YouTube channel so much. I used to watch his channel before I bought my motorcycle. I was watching his channel for months and months before I bought my first bike. Watching his channel helped me understand what to look out for on the streets, what patterns to identify, how to position myself for safety. And it's just little stuff like having 360-degree awareness. I'm at the stoplight right now and I'm looking at my mirrors behind me, paying attention, seeing if there's a car coming. Also being 360 aware, I see all of my escape routes too. If something does happen, I know where I can go. Thinking of all these things and positioning yourself can help avoid so many accidents. Also, let's just forget, wear gear. That's what gear is for. It's for the times that you do slip up. You know, maybe you didn't see some gravel in the middle of the road and you fall off your bike. Wearing some gear is the difference between having a fracture and getting up and walking away with the bruise, you know? It's not gonna save you if you get hit head on with another car, but the gear is there to save you for the stuff that is preventable, you know? That's just the problem that I have with that phrase. I firmly believe it is you, regardless of what other drivers are doing. Ride like you're invisible. Look at your surroundings, set yourself up to be the most prepared for the worst case scenario at all times, and that'll significantly reduce your chances of something happening that you don't want to happen.
You're safe, everybody's safe. They made a mistake, they probably realized it, but at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own safety.
I just spilled my coffee. I came out here to press coffee and got an iced latte. Was gonna sit here and talk about my second point, and I literally dropped it as I was setting the camera up, so cool. The second point that I wanna talk about is that bike nights are just weird if you're too young. So something that I've noticed, at least in my city, it's just hard to get into the community when everyone's just older than you. You know, before you get a bike, you always hear about how strong the motorcycle community is, how easy it is to make friends, and you know, you can just pop into a bike night and you're just connected and you're accepted into the community. I wouldn't say I'm not accepted into the community, but it's just a weird thing. I'm 26, I'm under 30. When I go to all these bike nights, everyone there is like, they're just older dudes, and it's not that I don't feel accepted into the community. It's the difference between like hanging out with your boys, with your friends, and hanging out with your dad. It's always cool, you know, to hang out with your dad, but you want time with your friends, you know? I'm almost positive like motorcycles are dying. Fewer and fewer young people are getting into motorcycles. That's part of the reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel in the first place. I love riding my bike. There's not a strong community here, and making videos gives me a reason to have fun on my bike and do things, go places on my bike, and I can record it and put it online and build a community online. I don't know, I can't say for certain that younger people aren't riding motorcycles, but they're definitely not showing up to the bike meets in my city. Like I still go to the bike nights and I still talk to these guys and, you know, hang out, but it just feels awkward. I don't know how else to explain it. I just don't see a lot of people my age showing up to these bike nights, and that's one of the things I was really looking forward to. That being said, I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everybody who's been watching my last couple of videos and everyone who's subscribed. I don't have a crazy big YouTube channel right now. The people who are here and have supported and are liking and leaving comments, thank you so much. This is part of the reason why I wanted to make a YouTube channel in the first place, is to build an online community about motorcycles, and especially reach out to people who are my age, who have bikes and don't necessarily have the community in their town. Same problem as I do over here. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. So that was point number 2. Number 1, it's up to you to be safe on the road. Number 2, start joining the community, the motorcycle community, when you're too young. My last topic that I want to talk about is the idea that owning a motorcycle is cheaper than owning a car. I got a new coffee. The last thing that I want to talk about is, you always hear the thought that, you know, motorcycles are cheaper on gas, they're more fuel efficient than a car. A lot of people will push to get a motorcycle because of the cost savings on gas, which is true, it is true. But what a lot of people don't think about is ownership as a whole, right? Let's assume both vehicles are paid off, right? Excluding gas, what do you have to pay for a car? Maintenance, like oil changes, tires every once in a while, not every year, rotation balance, all that fun stuff. And that's pretty much it. Of course, the longer you have your car, the more you're gonna need to do to it. But you know, just year over year, kind of in the short term, you don't have to do too much to your car to maintain it. All the hidden costs that come with owning a bike. Maintenance is at a premium. Parts are at a premium. If you don't know how to do it yourself, you're gonna have to pay a lot more for labor. And gear. Gear is super, super expensive when it comes to owning a motorcycle. This is one of the things I didn't think about before I bought my bike, was all the gear that I would have to buy. You get your bike, which is already money. Helmet, expensive. Jacket, expensive. If you want shoes and pants too, all expensive. Accessories for the bike are expensive. You want bags, all those touring accessories, performance accessories, performance mods, all those things add up. Most people who own a bike want to make it theirs, and they want to customize it and add their own kind of personal touch to their bike. And those are all expensive things to do. I'm not trying to say that owning a bike is more expensive than owning a car, because it's not. But I just kind of want to bring up all of the things that you don't necessarily think about before getting a bike that you're going to have to put money towards. It's something extra to consider and have money set aside to set yourself up for success before you get your bike, or plan on getting that stuff soon after you get your bike. All right, guys, that's about all I have for you for this video. Those are my 3 truths about motorcycles that nobody told me before I bought mine. So I hope you guys found some value in the three topics that I was talking about. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like, subscribe. I'll do some more of these styles of video. I wanted to get this video out. I didn't really have too much to post. I want to start a few other ideas that I want to do on my channel. It is about to start raining over here, so I'm going to try and hightail it home. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.